You want to hear a sad story? I heard this today.
How sad.
It's a little depressing. So in the 60s, this guy became the first person to ever circumnavigate the globe in a sailboat solo. And he made a pit stop in Australia. He left England, went all the way down Africa, past Australia, around Cape Horn of South America, and then back up. Right? It's by himself. And nobody thought it was going to be a big deal, but the public really clung on to it. It became a big news story. And the newspaper that had paid him a very small amount, actually, for his story did bonkers sales because they had the guy's story that they could print and publish. So they were like, we got to get some more of this. We've made a ton of money off this guy. It didn't cost us anything. Let's sponsor a new race around the globe. But this time, no stops. That'll be the new thing. And we'll like whoever gets the best time gets $70,000 in adjusted monies. And so it brought out the best in the world, like a dozen of the best solo fucking sailors in the world. They had these wild accomplishments that they had all achieved in various fields of sailing. One of them had been in the Navy for many years, just all sorts of stuff, except for one guy. This guy needed the money. Okay, this guy was an Englishman who he had a business selling navigational gear for boats. It was failing. And the loan that he had taken out to start his business that fed his family was being called upon by the man who'd given it to him. And he's in this real pinch where he can't pay that man. He can barely feed his family. But here's this opportunity. He's an engineer by trade or by education. And so he tells the man who's wanting the money back, I don't have it, but here's what we could do. I can win this race. I'm an engineer. I can design a boat that's better than anyone else's boat. I can sail it more efficiently than anyone else can. I can win this $70,000 and more. And the guy thought about it and was like, yeah, all right, I will pay for your boat. I will, wherever you need, I'll build your boat. You do the race. But if you don't win, you pay me back for the boat. So now it's a no-lose situation for this guy. You know, whether he wins the race or not, this guy's getting his money back. He's happy to do it. So he starts building the boat. But it's quickly getting to the deadline for when he needs to leave. Everyone's left at different times, but there's a window. They're going to time you. But they're like, all right, from May to October, you know, in those 5 months, you leave. And I think the prevailing winds or currents or tides or something have something to do with it. It's like, hey, you know, this is our window to do this thing. It's a 10-month race. It's a 10-month race. Solo. Okay? Because we're not stopping in Australia this time. So the newspaper wants to make a big deal of this thing. They get everybody fired up. They got like 100,000 people there to crack bottles of champagne and see this guy off. And he is fucking terrified because the boat's not ready. The boat's not ready. And he's begging his wife without saying it out loud to give him an excuse not to go. She says he cried all night the night before in bed, weeping aloud. And I said nothing. And she's like, I should have said something because he kept saying, boat's not ready.
What a bitch.
The boat's not ready. So they're like, hey, how about we want you to leave from this port, not that one. And he's like, why? It's 100 miles extra from me. I'm like, yeah, I know, but that's where the crowd can get biggest. We can put there's a hotel there for everybody to stay. And there's a big port that everybody can stand and see you leave. So they did that. 100 miles is nothing. We're going around the fucking planet. It's supposed to take 3 days. 2 weeks later, he hadn't made up those 2 weeks. And everybody's like, oh shit, this is our guy. This is our guy? Because everybody else is like halfway to the bottom of Africa. So he takes off and he's right away. Something breaks. Like as he's leaving, they're like, oh, look at that. That broke. He fixes a little, takes off over the horizon. Things continue to break. They have his journals, his log books. It's just like one thing after another. Another screw fell out of the wheel down to 2. Just all this crazy shit. Like he's using Morse code. I don't know how that works in the water, but somehow he can communicate with that back to England. I really don't know how that technology works in the 60s, but basically he's taking on water and he knows he is. He's getting like 30 gallons a day and it's trimaran in one of the Morans, whatever you call them, the pontoons or whatever. Yeah. And then 75 gallons are leaking into the boat every night when he rests. But he can't quit because it's this huge embarrassment. He's terrified to fail because they've got the whole country invested in him. They're cheering his name back home. So he realizes he can't win. He realizes he can't even make it to like around Africa. So he basically decides that if he fakes his logbooks and pretends like he went around the world and just hangs out in the southern Atlantic for months and months, then when the other guys come around, he can just fall in behind them. And he doesn't want to win. He just doesn't want to be humiliated.
He just wants to finish.
He wants a finish. And he figures like nobody's going to look into my logbooks that heavily because I'll be like 8th place. There's a dozen of us in the race. 4 drop out right away. Then 3 more sink. Then finally, the 4 remaining make it around Africa, and this guy's losing it. He's been at sea for months and months in the South Atlantic by himself, treading water, basically, chilling. And he's like, oh, finally. He radios back home, lets them know, like, I'm in 4th place or 5th place. I can't win, but I can finish. And they're like, disappointed, but it's okay. And then the Frenchman who's in the lead says, making sailing a contest is against everything that sailing's about. And he turned around. And he started sailing around the world in the opposite direction. He said he wanted to do it again, and he did. Badass motherfucker.
Damn, the French guy was cool.
And then, so now there's like an Englishman and like some other guy still ahead of him. One of those guys, they both like sink or quit. And so now it's just him. Oh, one of them makes it. The other one sinks. And now everybody's looking at him. He's going to win. Like based on where he's telling him he is,
because one guy was prepared for it and took a smarmy French approach and turned around like that. The other 11 sank.
And so you can see in his logbooks, he realizes they're going to find me out. I can't go home. So he sails west and he slowly goes insane. And his writings in the logbooks are like something, it's like poetry mixed with the insane ravings of a madman and a mathematician. So he's so smart that there's like these equations everywhere. And I'm sure they mean something. Like they said that cognitively speaking, it was much more difficult, all of the forging the logbooks than actually just navigating around the planet. They're like, that's a hard thing to do, navigating around the planet. But what he had done, forging all those logbooks and the math required was way more difficult. They found his boat, wasn't in it. They got his journals, and they sold them to the newspaper.
Oh my God!
His family got nothing.
Of course.
And,
what shitty newspaper was this?
Some
need to boycott.
I don't recall which. It was so sad, but they've got
Taylor will never buy that paper.
Not once will I buy the Washington Post of 1805.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that sounds like no one was ready for this race.
It's 1960 something. It's like mid 60s.
Oh, so like well into the time that sailing around the world is like whatever.
They were the first people to do it. Like you're doing it
in a sailboat. In a sailboat. Yeah. Okay. Well, no,
by yourself in a sailboat.
Kyle's saying that people hadn't been doing it solo until then. Oh, by the way, ham radios can bounce the signal off of the atmosphere, and it just ping pongs off the Earth atmosphere and goes far beyond line of sight.
Did they use Morse code using that?
Yeah, it's part of the ham radio. I have a ham radio license. I'm kind of a Renaissance man, and you have to learn Morse code to get some of the higher levels of ham radio license.
If he's already cheating his way through the entire race, like why wouldn't he just be like, easier than forging these books is just pretending to have lost them. Hey, I was taking on so much water, it soaked my logbook and it destroyed it. Like that is so much smarter than, but also I like the idea that if I'm ever in a situation like that, I'm absolutely making up math and writing it all over whatever place I am. And like, how long do you think?
And he'll be like, nah.
Like, there's a lot of threes in that section. You can tell that he just kind of got bored.
Honestly, if one of us was writing the crazy math, they'll call Miss Jones, the 3rd grade math teacher, and she'll be like,
nah.
Yeah, right.
All they need to know is like order of operations, and like this guy's retarded. He doesn't know what he's doing.
I would draw something that looks like math.
Yeah, like what you imagine math
and
looks
you're just
like.
doing basic algebra. Oh, I watched a really good program. I think it was a Vice thing about nicotine vapes in jails. This one jailer had invented a vape that like it was like flexible and soft, so you couldn't use it as a weapon or anything. And the battery was so low that you couldn't use it to be combustible.
Mm-hmm.
And he was selling them for like $10 a pop to his jail, to his prisoners. And he uses the money to like make the jail better. But he also sells them to other jails to do whatever the fuck they want with them. They cost him like $3 a pop, and he sells them for 10.
And he's a prisoner?
He owns the prison.
Oh, he owns the prison, so he's making money.
He's like he owns the jail, or he like runs the jail, and so he's invented vapes for the prisoners.
I'm like, it didn't impact me at all, but I remember like the stories of like they're banning cigarettes and smoking and tobacco in jails across the country. It's like let him have it. Come on.
It's about secondhand smoke.
The vapes are a good thing. Like
that's exactly right. Yeah. So the vapes are just like, they can go back and add vapes if they want. Like I heard a lot of people were talking about like places they had been where vapes were available, like at state facilities and stuff. Obviously we did not have any fucking vapes. I don't think. No, I've seen in some of those 60-day in things though, where they have the vapes, and but they were like breaking theirs apart and like doing something weird so they could like super concentrate them or something and get high with them.
Yeah, they were like doing stuff they were like smoking Raid off of tissue paper or like something literally like bug spray.
They like took the inside of the vape out, and it like the way these vapes worked, it was like a wick soaked in nicotine or something, and so they were able to like they were doing something with the wick to supercharge the smoking experience and get fucked up. But this guy said that it was like really lowering, like they'd have people coming off of like heroin and lots of other stuff. And he's like, you got somebody coming in, just had a traumatic experience. He just got locked up, probably beat up. They're coming off of heroin. And then you ain't going to give that man a cigarette? And I was like, he's got a good fucking point.
He's got a very good point. Give him something.
Like, I don't smoke, but I could just, if something bad happened, it's like, give me one of them. Give me one of them. Come on, give me one of them.
Need a little stress relief. Yeah.
Yeah. Like for anybody who doesn't smoke, if you're ever real stressed out, try a cigarette. Okay. like you'll fucking love them.
Kyle, PSA, feeling down? Try a cigarette. Camel, recommended by 8 out of 10 doctors.
Look, hey, everybody acts like those old like cigarette ads were all lies. Here, like
they were just mostly lies.
They're just mostly lies. They're not kidding. A cigarette will just smooth you right out. Like if your nerves are a little jittery, you know, you're having a hard time relaxing, you know, burn yourself a nice Marlboro Light down. See if you don't feel better. See if your nerves aren't steadier.
It's like, what are we gonna figure out right now that's so horrible for us? Like, because it's easy to look back and be like, oh, those retards, they thought smoking was okay. Ha ha ha, how do you not know? Meanwhile, yeah, those things maybe. But the food pyramid was just I just looked it up. They changed it in 2011. I was halfway through with college when they switched and said not, like, for years, people were like, those idiots smoking cigarettes. Let me have my 9th serving of bread today. Like, so I'm nice and healthy.
I mean, you could have 9 servings of bread. It's more about like the caloric intake, though. Like I don't.
9 servings of bread. That can't be good for you.
All right, 9's too many.
That's the lower level. It's supposed to be 9 to 11.
How many servings are in like a sandwich? Is each slice a serving?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. 6 to 11 servings a day of bread, cereal, rice, and pasta.
Jesus, the Mamma Mia. You're like
terrible advice.
All right. That can't. You have to be working so hard to need that diet. Like we would say this though: if you were working in like an industrial era factory, turning a big wheel all day, and then grabbing a big finished product and heaving it onto a pile, that is the meal you need. Plenty.
These are fast calories.
11 servings of. You're like, yeah. Do we have any more pasta? I've only had 8 servings. I'm not going to be able to burn through this. Like,
do you have a chicken leg? I don't want to be unhealthy. Give me my pasta covered in butter, but not too much butter, sparingly.
Yeah, I don't know.
That shit is fucking absurd.
I like this vertical diet thing that I do. I feel like it's I don't know.
Have you been doing it again for a couple months now?
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely cheat occasionally if I want like anything. Like I'm not gonna. It's not like when that ketogenic diet where, oh, did you smell some sugar? Well, you're out of ketosis now. It's like, oh, really? Does that mean that like nothing I do for like the next? How long is it before I get back into ketosis and it matters again? Oh, well, maybe a day or two. You really took a step backwards here. It's just like, fuck you and your silly diet. Okay, your diet sounds a lot like the Jedi religion to me. There's a lot of faith that I have to have.
Keto sucks. Yeah, I don't like it either. It's not enough. The roads aren't even nice. Like, get it together.
Ours are.
Yours are nice in Atlanta.
Atlanta has
our roads in St. Well,
Atlanta
actually,
does.
if you're out in the suburbs of St. Louis, like the roads are nice. It's like if I go to a Blues game, it looks like a Ukraine war zone.
I'm sorry.
I travel a bunch. The states that have better climates have better roads, and I think that's a huge part of it.
You're so right. It's the salting and the freezing. If you have multiple freezes, and if they ever have to scrape, and if they ever have to salt, you have a completely different playing field, and it's not fair from anybody in Texas to say shit. Texas ought to have better roads. I'll say this: there's some parts of Texas, it's pristine. It's like y'all spent so much money on this highway. There's not even enough people out here to justify this. Thank you so much. Like, I felt appreciative at times.
Nice.
You know, when you change from like rough road to that smooth black asphalt, and it just goes. Like the car gets quieter and smoother. That's what Texas highways are like sometimes. Like maybe not when it's when you're going through when you're going through like refinery country and you see like the burners like burning the exhaust fumes at night. Those aren't the good roads, all right? That's not what I'm talking about. But like out where you need a brush guard to make sure the deer doesn't kill you and your family, so you gotta splatter them bitches. Those were some nice ass 2-lane roads.
You know what else Texas has that's nice in infrastructure and like let's say the West? They're freight trains. Good God. So I learned about this recently. Freight trains used to be 5,000 feet long max because a huge part of freight train operations was moving coal, which is heavy. So they have these shorter 50-foot long, there's a word for the cart, but whatever, you know, the little cart. Now those carts went from 50 feet to like 200 feet on the big ones. And they're not moving coal, which is dense and heavy. They're moving like Amazon packages and shit like that, which is mostly air. So these trains went from 5,000 feet to 15,000 feet, nearly 3 miles long. And they blew my mind when I waited like minutes and minutes and minutes for them to go by. Like I'm putting my kickstand down, turning off the engine, and just watching train for a while because there's nothing else I'm going to do. They're so long. They're so huge. But oh, and by the way, they're double stacked. Like you picture a train with a freaking shipping crate on it. 2 shipping crates. They're double tall. And I'm trying to like roughly turn out an estimate of how many semis are not on the road because of this train. This train, is it 700? Is it 1,000 semis it prevented from going from one place to another? It's huge.
Well, the thing you need to consider is that where that arrives, there are thousands of trucks.
Yeah, distribution centers.
Like, but it's arriving at a DC.
But nonetheless, it's a lot more efficient in every single way than
just
having
pushes those trucks into a metro area
where they belong.
No, it's 100% more efficient. I'm just joking around. Like, trains are cool, and we need more trains. God. And I always see shit about like, oh, Europe has all these trains, dude. Fucking look at the size of France. Like that's like. Get real. Like if our whole country was the size of Montana, we'd have like some pretty robust trains.
Taylor, let's pretend that our audience is stupid. How big is France? Like
it's
for them.
Is it even
how many states
as big as Texas?
I have in my head
I think it's larger than Texas.
No, it's definitely not as big as Texas. All right, here's my guess.
Wow, one of us is right.
Hang on, I want to guess, and I'm gonna use states to like describe how big it is. My take is, and I could be wrong here, I think that France is smaller than Florida. I'm going with Texas, Oklahoma combined. All right. Woody thinks that France is gigantic. One of the biggest countries on the planet. All right, Taylor.
I think that Texas is, now that you said I think that it is about 3/4 the size of Texas. Not quite as big as Texas.
Oh, I've won so easily. Jack,
Have you?
Show us how big France is. Fuck! It's huge.
I win. No,
Wow.
damn. Fuck. Yes. No.
I feel
yes.
like I think
It's
Taylor's
so big.
right. I'm seeing about 3/4
Genius.
Texas, maybe slightly more, but certainly not throwing Oklahoma.
What's the percentage? What's the percentage of size?
Hell,
Zach,
it looks like exactly what you said.
Oh, he says about the
75%.
same.
Okay, it's actually about the same because you got all those overlapping parts. It looks like
No.
Texas is a bit bigger. Texas is
I
definitely
did not
bigger.
think it was that big. Yeah, we just don't know shit. Well,
Oh
I
wait,
don't know
I'm
shit
looking
about
at the
geography.
words on the side. Does it tell us?
Oh, it's like economic status, diversity. I don't care
Yeah,
about that. Give me like better
Current
numbers.
land governed in square miles there, 248,000 square miles.
And 268 for Texas. Yeah, so more. Call them pretty close. Okay.
It's incredibly close. Wow,
Okay.
I thought it was so much smaller than that.
There was a
Well,
point when
11
Kyle
million.
out. Okay, everyone, remember this. Woody thinks France is very large. I'm like, I still do though.
Now it's definitely way bigger than Florida.
It's way bigger than
Texas.
all right,
Is that? Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong about how big Florida.
Are you thinking
is.
of Italy?
Show me in
You thinking-
Florida.
You might be thinking of maybe economically it's comparable to Florida.
No, I'm picturing it on a map. I'm just wrong.
Okay.
Yeah,
I bet France's economy is bigger than any of our individual states.
I see. I would
No, I
beg
bet
to differ
California's
there as
bigger.
well. I would beg to differ there.
This
as
is
well.
fun. Okay, so
All right. I want to do California's GDP is bigger than France's.
I say
All right. That's an easy one. You are 1,000% right on that.
Okay.
I know
California's
that I know
huge.
that California's GDP is smaller than Germany's, and that France is what? The second largest economy in the EU. So I'm gonna say France is still above California. I'm gonna say it. Give us the answers, Zach. I can't wait.
I think it's the same page you had up. We'll have GDP numbers.
Damn, I hope I'm a genius twice.
I would think California is ahead. I would side with Woody on this one. I would
Okay.
think California is ahead of France.
But I know Germany has a bigger economy than California. And so
I can
that's an
believe
EU
that.
country, but how much bigger is Germany's economy
German.
than France? Germany's very good at work and like keeping things on time, and like if they could just get past a couple
Why do we
things,
keep
like we should
letting
really
them get back to this point?
because they're fucking good at organizing shit. How long does it take them after every world war to be like, oh, is everyone still trying to pick up the pieces? Oh, do you need to buy like some electronics or something? Like this is a little embarrassing. We lost and we're doing great. Like
did we rebuild like the parts of like Germany or I guess East Germany that did we rebuild that for them? Did we like
no, they did it.
did we fund it somehow with like interest free loans?
I do know this. I do know that
they weren't doing well. Like how do they okay,
East
everyone, gather round, get the cement. Yeah.
Zach, where are we gonna get our
Good.
GDP numbers? Do you need?
I need
to
the
look it
fucking
up?
GDP numbers. Okay, I can.
After the First World War, let's see. France's GDP is bigger than New York, Florida, and Texas, but not California.
All right, go back and remove that.
All right.
Edit out
If
the
you
part
could
where
remove
Taylor's
that-
wrong.
If you could remove that part where I thought that Florida was bigger than France,
Oh, that's funny.
that'd be swell. That's the dumbest thing I've said in a coon.
Hey,
joke.
I was fucking close.
Oh, I thought about that. So my water line still.
California's
leaks in my
annual
yard.
GDP is about 2.8 trillion, which is roughly the same as France's GDP of about 2.9 trillion.
Wait, so did you say you're right?
Wait.
The Korea Trade Investment Promotion Agency says economic data from 229 countries tracked by the U.S. Department of Commerce Bureau of Economic Analysis and the CIA World Fact Book were compared to countries with GDPs of the same sizes as GDP of the United States. California's annual GDP is about 2.8 trillion, which is roughly the same size as France's GDP of about 2.9 trillion.
What? You won by 0.1 trillion?
I'm a genius.
That's neck and neck.
I'm a genius, just an absolute genius. just a genius guesser. See, you can tell the link's real because it doesn't even include the last part. I trust the Korean.
Kostrasvit.org.
It's literally look.org. That's science. That's facts.
Taylor'sFun.biz.
Taylor's opinions. Yeah. dot fun. Yeah.
I think this is a Taylor's house URL.
No, you can't prove
I'm not
this.
buying it.
No, man, that is so awesome that this filled right into my agenda.
God damn it.
Does California have a
French
bigger economy
fuckers.
than France?
You don't think of the French as being productive, you know? I think that's what it is.
They love cigarettes.
I've been watching a YouTube channel that they're so nitty gritty. I think there's something wrong with this guy. Basically, what they do is they look at all of the video out of Ukraine, and this guy is like tracking the M67 hand grenades from Canada and the US that had been shipped to the Ukraine, and he's talking about like you can see the batch number if you look closely here in his hand. These came from Canada. Oh, and here, this batch number is the second known batch number. These are US M67s. And if you look here, they're cited as 25,000 of them being shipped on April 17th. And he's like tracking all this stuff. And then he got to the French hand grenade. The French hand grenade was beautiful. The French hand grenade, like the pin was like anodized and mirrored a little bit, and like the grenade
it just
body,
looked great.
it was shiny, and like the American grenade looks like a. First of all, it's an older grenade that we don't use anymore. It's the M67 baseball grenade. If you know from Tarkov, it's the one with a very long fuse, very round and baseball like 5-second fuse. Essentially, they're old Vietnam era grenades.
I thought they were football shaped and kind of waffle on the outside. Am I describing?
That is a different kind of hand grenade that's and that's more like an F1 that you're describing, I think. But nonetheless, the M67 is like a round baseball grenade, and that's what they're sending them in huge quantities. But then the French thing had like this shiny, mirrory, anodized spoon, and the whole thing was like olive green, but with a little lacquer on it. So ours was just flat and dull, and it kills people.
Boring.
And theirs was like kill people with style. It was just a little bit nicer.
Dude, one of the worst parts about going bald would be not knowing if you have a good head under it until it happens. Like, what if you've got like one of those Gorbachev wine birthmarks that you never knew about, and it's
Doesn't
like
the hair come out blonde from one of those stains?
No.
Am I wrong?
I don't know. I remember his
bald.
His was,
I said no because Gorbachev was bald, but then I realized how stupid that is.
Yeah, I don't actually know if the hair comes out blonde from those, but if it is, then that's a good way to know if you have one. But that would be the worst part about going bald. It's like, oh no, I have a lumpy head with a bunch of like fucking bumps on it and a birthmark.
I got scars.
Is it a cool scar?
I don't know. I haven't seen it since I was ever. It happened when I was 4. Like split my whole head open, not skull or anything, but the skin. I took a nosedive out of a shopping cart, and those things they hook stuff on at Walmart or any store. The little. That like rode my fucking head from front to back as I like headbutted the wall. I tipped the whole shopping cart into it. Yeah, it was a real mess. Also, like took the side of the shopping cart, that sort of serrated edge, and it went between my gums and my lips and separated that all the way up to my nose.
Man, tough day at Walmart.
It was rough. I was 4. Under the anesthesia, I had the most vivid, weird dream, and I still remember it. I was in a dark, as a 4-year-old, completely black space, like infinite, and a black man in a bird cage, an old-timey bird cage suspended from nothingness, like Tweety would be in, with a flat bottom and the dome's top. And he was in there and sitting on a chair. He had a white beard, kind of like Morgan Freeman-esque, and he said I was going to be okay.
So you'd probably seen like a Morgan Freeman movie recently.
I was 4 years
subconsciously.
Old. So I had not seen many black.
Like Song of the South, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Or Driving Miss Daisy would be more likely, right? that would have really hit the. I may have seen Driving Miss Daisy and been comforted by Morgan Freeman, and then or God spoke to me, a person I don't believe in. It's one or the other.
I'll say it's God, and God took the form of the Miss Daisy character to make you comfortable.
No, it wasn't Miss Daisy. It was driving. It was Morgan Freeman. I think that was his breakout hit, and he was like 58. like he got started so late in his career, or
he did.
He made a career as an older guy.
But then again, like, would you want a young Morgan Freeman? Part of him is his age is what's so good about him. like that old wizened, seasoned. Like he looks old as shit. He is old as shit. He seems wise in all his parts, and you don't see him in anything anymore. Probably because
I'm worried that if we had the young Morgan Freeman, the old one wouldn't be as good. For example, we have old Harrison Ford, and it's not like he's improved or anything. Instead, he just is a really fucking shit tier Han Solo.
Yeah.
Right. Who can barely walk or even run about on uneven surfaces.
I'll counter that, though. We also have Clint Eastwood, who was basically perpetually, 50 his entire career. But I mean, like, the outlaw Josie Wales isn't any, doesn't take away from Gran Torino in my mind,
For somehow.
You don't like outlaw Josie Wales?
No, I love outlaw Josie Wales. Fantastic. That's
I couldn't.
It is a good counterpoint because Clint Eastwood is also just a shitty Clint Eastwood, a not senile, but like an elderly Clint Eastwood that doesn't move as well. But he somehow makes that work for him. Like he doesn't try to be an action star. In Gran Torino, for example, he plays a has-been tough guy, and he nailed it.
Yeah, I think he's still getting pussy in his movies, though. I think he did one called Macho, where he's wearing the cowboy hat again, and he's like driving the next crime. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's laid in that one, right?
I haven't seen
maybe twice. Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I was just something I read about it. I don't like seeing him old.
Yeah, that's like new Clint Eastwood movies now. I'm just kind of like, dude, because he had his send off movie like 3 times now, and he keeps coming back.
What was his really good cowboy movie? Unforgiven.
Unforgiven is the one where he held on to that property. He owned it for like a decade. He's like, I'm not old enough to be that guy yet. And then when he had that look at like 45, 50 or whatever, he made the greatest Western he's ever
playing made. Broken down action star, ex-action star. Harrison Ford is just playing bad, can't pull this off anymore action star.
He just did an Indiana Jones movie, and that's going to flop too.
Oh, I'm sure he nailed it.
Dude, it's so stupid because the whole point of Indiana Jones is he's this character from another time, from the 1940s serials. You know what serials were? They were you would go to the movie theater and there'd be a TV show, 20, 30 minute, what we would consider a TV show. And you'd watch this 10, 20, 30 minute episode, and it would end with a literal cliffhanger. It's where the term cliffhanger comes from, where the hero would be hanging from his parachute or whatever. Come back next week and you'll find out if the hero makes it. And it would end, and they would show it all week. And then next Friday night, boom, episode 2's out. And they kept going serially. And that's what they were doing with Indiana Jones. Oh, here he is in an Indian kooky temple. Here he is another time fighting the Nazis. Here he is again fighting the Nazis. He's doing the same thing. They made the same movie twice, but I can't watch the Alien one and I can't watch this new one because of what you said. He's so goddamn old, dude. Get out of that role. Get out of that role.
Well, play it differently. Be broken down Indiana Jones, who can't do what he used to do, but has to be clever or something. That's what Clint Eastwood completely relies on the toughness of his gun. When he there's a scene in Gran Turismo where I think there's 2 sort of thuggy type guys giving that one girl and her pansy boyfriend a hard time. Do you guys know this scene?
Yeah, I know it word for word.
Yeah, I bet you do. I would not bet against you. Yeah. And anyway, in that scene, he pulls out his fake gun and he's like, ever know someone you didn't want to fuck with? But he never claims he's going to beat these 2 tough guys at arm wrestling or in hand-to-hand combat. He just says, I'm armed.
Yeah,
Let the girl go.
He's got a cheat code.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
The ultimate cheat.
But take your old ass up the block.
Harrison Ford, on the other hand, is trying to out horseback ride people on 1923, and it looks like shit.
Has Harrison Ford ever been a good actor? I don't know of him from anything other than Star Wars and Indiana Jones.
So The Fugitive is great. Those
I guess that's pretty good.
The ones the whatever Under Fire, those that are based on the adventure books, the Grisham novels or whatever, those are fun. He did a couple of those. Younger him was a fun actor. I like him in the original Star Wars. He's the best part of those movies to me. Is Harrison Ford being Yahoo and riding around and having a good time. He's the only guy you can identify because everybody else is this idealist or this wide-eyed dummy
or superhero
or magic
or a god man. Yeah, or a god man or some shit. And then there's Harrison Ford like just skating by like lies and back shooting and whatever he's got to do because he's surrounded by robots and godmen. And he just happens to have a ship he stole that's fast. That's his whole thing.
Yeah, but he's got charisma.
Yeah,
He does have that.
he's cool.
You know. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
Always looks like someone locked you in the depressurizing chamber in space. You're about to. There was a lunch lady who was bug-eyed at my middle school, and it kind of spooked me. I do remember that. Yeah.
They always get space depressurization wrong. I'm pretty sure we exist at like 1 psi or something.
No,
and then go ahead. Do you know this better than me? I feel like if I opened the door to a spacecraft, no one would get sucked out. It would.
We will not get sucked out. It will absolutely do exactly what. Oh, now I don't know about a door. That's going to be a whoosh, but like the same way in an airliner. But if there's like a pinhole, then you just stick your thumb over it. Like in Alien Resurrection, there's a part where they kill the alien by making a hole in the like glass window with some acid, and it like sucks the alien, spaghettifies it through that hole until it's disemboweled and sucked. Nothing like that. You stick your thumb right over it, like it's like a piece of gum, whatever. Because we're at like, I think 1 atmosphere is, I'm gonna get this wrong, 12 or 13 psi or something like that. It's a really fun experiment. You can take an aluminum can, put a little bit of liquid in it, grab it with some tongs, put it over your burner, get it boiling in there so it's creating steam that's traveling up through it, and then upend it very quickly into like a basin of water, so that the top is submerged, and you've created a vacuum inside of there because that steam was present, but now that it's cooled down, the steam's gone and a vacuum is inside there. So just the atmospheric pressure that we exist in here, that's pressing on us all the time that we don't notice, crushes the fuck out.
I believe you, but I would not qualify that as a very fun experiment.
You can do it to a 55-gallon drum though, and the whole drum goes.
That's pretty neat.
Tried that on Mythbusters, and it didn't like. They had to like do a lot of extra work to get it to the tanker to crumple. It was I think it was a I don't know if it was like a Breaking Bad one that they did, but they were trying to like get a tanker to collapse on itself to like wherever the submarine like the implode. And they had to do a lot of extra work. They had to get like a really weak tanker because they just kept trying to like with steam pressurize this tanker to the point where it would just crumple on itself, and they had to do a whole bunch of extra stuff to get it to do it. But
you can do it with barrels, you can do it with cans. I think it is cool.
You know what? I have a neat experiment. Taylor might not call it very fun, but hear me out on this. You have a campfire and you have a bottle of water, right? This is a plastic bottle like you get at every gas station. If you put this bottle of water in the campfire, it won't melt. It doesn't burn. You would think it would. The water will boil, and the part that doesn't have water in it will go away. So it'll become like a cup. But as the water evaporates, the bottle drains. But the water only gets to 212 degrees. That's it. So it keeps the plastic cool enough that it doesn't like melt and spill out the bottom.
Okay.
I've done it many times.
Now, Kyle, that's what you call real.
Yeah, Kyle, get on my level.
Okay, I was just crushing barrels with the power of the gravity that's sucking air down onto it.
Good noob.
Chris, hit us with a real fun experiment.
What kind of experiment do you do, Chris?
you came to the right guy.
Something about ghosts.
I used to light Q-tips on fire in my basement with petroleum jelly.
400 in a row, flammable. You know, we're learning.
And it just keeps on going. Everyone.
These Q-tip guys
still just as beautiful and entrancing as ever.
It was either that or it was like lighting axe cans on fire in a ditch.
Yeah,
every problem I bring to her, she solves with Vaseline. I'm like, not even like Neospore. This feels like 1930s technology.
Yeah,
she's like, it's never been beaten.
Little Windex, Vaseline. Spigot and span, you're good to go. That's how you.
Wait, Windex and Vaseline. What are we doing?
Remember what was that fucking movie? I can't believe I remember this. My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Okay,
that was the movie where the Greek old lady was like, "What do you do for like a cough? Windex. What do you do for a rash? Windex. No matter what, little Windex on you, you're good to go."
Yes, it's vinegar.
In some places, it's butter. They put butter on everything. I don't know what culture that is, but it's
France.
It's the South.
France? Sounds southern.
Yeah, we were a Vaseline family, not a Windex family.
What would you use the Vaseline for?
My mom used it for taking makeup off. And so we just had a giant tub of it in the bathroom. And then I, of course, would use it for science. Lighting Q-tips on fire.
Oh, I thought
that's about it.
I thought you meant jacking off.
Masturbate with Vaseline. Oh my
You can
god!
try.
What a
Dude,
slow.
When you're 12, you're just
jerk.
when you're 12, you're just trying stuff, man.
You built
Grasping
some
for
muscles
straws when you're
jerking with
12. You're like-
Vaseline. That's too viscous.
Dude, there's nothing too or not viscous enough when you're 12 and you're experimenting with new things to jack off with.
Yeah, don't you think about that a lot?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You go take some of your mom's nice expensive lotion, jack off with that, and then the rest of the day you're just walking around. You're
The
just
size of
walking,
a bottle cap, and it costs $130.
yeah. Then you're walking around with your like hands and dick smelling like lilac for the rest of the day. What's that smell? This smells like my lotion.
Oh, no, this
Shut
is
up,
terrible.
mom.
My
You
dick
think
looks
that's
10
bad?
years younger, and I'm 12.
I can't get my makeup off. There's no Vaseline.
I thought I
Yeah.
grabbed lotion, but I grabbed that fucking suntan
Nair.
lotion with the bronzer, and now my hand and my cock are as black as coal. This doesn't wash off
Yeah.
in 3 days.
Looks like an Emmy, whatever the gold one is.
I wouldn't want to go to Venus or fucking Mars. Like maybe if it was like For All Mankind, that seems like a pretty decent Mars to go check out. They've got like porn and pussy and alcohol and rovers and shit. Like it seems like a good time.
They have
I
all
mean, you're
those
living
things.
it seems better than being an American nuclear submariner to me. Like you've got
They're glamping,
quarters.
basically. They're basically living as rough as somebody with a tow behind RV would live.
Mhm.
With high
Yeah.
stakes. High stakes, shitty living. You can't just pull over at a Buc-ee's. Like, you die.
Well, I mean, sure.
Yes.
So wrong. But all right. I get your point. But
What do you think, Chris? Are there any good planets, or do we need to take care of this one we're on, right?
Some would say. Yeah, honestly,
Some
just
would
keep
say.
moving inward. Just like Ben Shapiro said, you just sell your house if you live down on the coast, and everything will be fine. You
Yes.
just move up to Iowa.
To who? A fishery? Like who's gonna buy my house that's gonna be under 8 meters of water?
I know, right? Like, yeah, honestly, that's why I like living in the Midwest, because I feel like I'm safe for now. Until the atmosphere catches on fire or whatever is going to happen when we are living on other planets. But yeah, that's what my plan is, to just stay put for now.
I think that's smart. And since we're Midwest boys, like we've got like a century lead time, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Like if New York starts going underwater, we got forever. That's their problem.
Dude, they were
altitude by you.
Until we're like Shatner age,
idea?
at least.
I don't know
sea
what the
level?
elevation is. I know I saw this graph of sea level, and we get fucked up by the Mississippi way faster than you would think. Like I guess that
Ooh.
big river
Oh.
getting out of control creates a lot of basins, but that's not. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to suddenly be in some weird archipelago water
No.
world.
Taylor, you're
No.
at 466 feet. Like I'm at 290. Like just because you're inland a lot doesn't mean you're right.
I don't know. I see that map. There's a lot of land. And that's how it works. No, you're right. Like when I started doing that graph, I'm like,
I'm 1,000
we're
feet.
safe. And it's like, oh
I'm
no.
1,000 feet.
You're higher
What's
than
Northern
Atlanta.
Illinois at?
I'm higher than either of you. It's 1,000 feet here in Atlanta.
And you're in Illinois. Okay, so
90.
Chris, you're going to get fucked up by the Mississippi too, or the Great Lakes. I don't know how that would work.
Northern Illinois?
Northern Illinois. I don't know how much
Impossible.
further north Chicago, or how much higher elevation Chicago is than St. Louis.
It's gotta be
Taylor's problem.
Tens
if we're-
of.
Tens of feet. Yeah, I'm going to guess 630 feet.
But if we're like apocalypse proofing our like
you're 597.
the area we
pretty
live,
well.
Ooh, not too bad.
I'm
Taylor would be in
728.
trouble because of the missile silos
Nice.
out there, right? Like I think there's a lot of nuclear missile silos. So if there's a full scale exchange between us and the Russians, then they like pepper you pretty good.
Yeah, you did show me that graphic, but that's a problem for another day, friend.
You have a basement, right?
Yeah, I got a basement. Just go in there and then just let the nuclear fallout just wash over. It probably kill bacteria. Kyle's
What?
just here to
Oh,
me
I
You have
that's
to use
not
like
a
school
big deal.
videos, just like put
It's
your head down against
absolutely
the
not
wall.
a big deal with modern hydrogen bombs. They burn up. They're not going to irradiate the area for generations. They use all the fuel. It's gone.
What if they use a scary bomb though? What if they fuck our asses with
You mean
a
a
really bad one?
Like a hydrogen bomb, the biggest
They're all
ones we
scary.
have.
Wait, a hydrogen bomb's not the scary one. That's different
is
than a
the-
nuclear bomb, right?
That's the
Chris,
big one.
just so you know, Chris, Kyle is a new
I have
Fallout
blown
denier.
Kyle's mind with my stupidity. I don't think
Um,
I understand.
So a hydrogen bomb is a thermonuclear weapon. It differs from the fission devices like they used in World War II because it uses first high explosive that gets the fission explosion going off. And then the fission explosion is the one that sets off the fusion explosion, which is like the same shit our sun does.
I saw the movie.
And that's a hydrogen bomb. That's how hydrogen bomb works. It's
So when you say hydrogen bomb, I should think nuclear bomb.
Yeah. Yes. Those are the ones we use.
Fine.
Those are the modern
saying.
nuclear weapons. I think for like the last 50 years or so have been hydrogen bombs. You know, like the ones that are on the missiles and the MIRVs
percentage
and
of our
everything.
audience already knew that. Like, do 80% of them think I'm a moron right now? 100%?
No, I don't think anybody thinks you're a moron. It's a little
they
eclectic
watch the
fact
show.
about nuclear weapons. And I bet that there's guys who work at the morgue who they'll take money from guys to come bang the bodies, right? Because for some people that's like their thing. And so like, how are you going to ever make that happen though? So like they could go to the morgue guy and be like, "Yo, I like $100."
Who's it
and
really hurting?
That'd be like a pimp of cadavers.
No,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
A cadaver. No
pimp.
one's getting hurt by it. It's like stimulating the fucking local economy. Like, there's way. I don't see a.
You don't have
con.
to use protection.
You don't have to use protection other than like you don't want to catch like. You
I wonder how
imagine
long
dead bodies
like
are
a
gross.
virus lives in a dead body.
A virus.
You don't have to use protection. Oh, I was thinking of STDs, not pregnancy.
Oh, I'm not even worried about any of that. I'm fucking a dead body. Do you think if you're fucking a dead body, you care about STDs and STIs?
You have absolutely no
dead bodies.
Yeah, Woody, you have no scruples in this in this situation. You see a dead body and you go, you know what? That's for me.
Ooh, what if that's how you become a vampire? Who would? Now, hear me out here. If you found out that the way to become a vampire, and I don't mean one of those scary, ugly ones. I mean like Tom Cruise in Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah.
Like you're like a demigod, but the way you get it, you gotta bang a dead body. And we're not talking about like she just died, she's still warm. We're talking about we got to go down to the morgue, we got to pay Uncle Eddie 500 smackaroos, and he gets to watch.
Can I be
gets to watch
Eddie's
vampire?
rules?
Who's the guy in Buffy? No, who's the guy in True Blood? Blonde, handsome, also Tarzan. Skarsgård. If I'm him, sign me up.
You don't get to change into another being. You're Woody with
We didn't even say about banging a guy dead body.
Oh well, shit! I'm gonna get a cut going on. I'm gonna be the best me. Give me 3 months, and then I'm gonna lock that in.
You're
Jesus.
You're all hollowed out. You got that Chase Utley ready for the playoffs look.
Well, I guess it matters. Like, do I get powers?
Yes, you are a demigod.
All the vampire powers.
I get the drawbacks too, or do I get no drawbacks?
Wait, the drawbacks come along too. Yeah, but
I don't know if I want to do it.
Stab you in the heart. You know,
can't be a daywalker.
Yeah, no son. No, you couldn't have like relationships with anyone.
Here's the thing, Woody. Here's the thing. You
need a buddy to do it with
Nightwing now. Like now you'll be able to fly with like no fear. Now you'd be like a hot rod.
I would fear the FAA.
Dude. You'd be the bad boy. Think about this. You'd be the bad boy of the whole like lawn chair flying industry. I forgot what it's called. Because you'd be the guy who wore no parachute ever. You'd be like, you know what? At my level, the safeties are just holding you back. That's just drag. Is all that is.
I go up there on shitty, worn out wings.
No, shirtless. You're just shirtless in your fucking rig. You're just powering through. No parachute, anything.
And you don't even need a rig. You can fly.
But it's nighttime, so nobody can see you though. So that sucks.
No, you can light them up.
Now, but would you really want? Yeah, you really want to be a vampire, though?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, absolutely.
And live forever. And
why don't you kill yourself if you get tired of it? Kill yourself.
That's true.
Don't act like there's not an end button.
Yeah, you're going to hell anyway.
Nice.
Pretty horrible death when you die.
How do you know? You've never staked yourself.
I've seen every vampire movie that exists.
I'm going to have you chop my head off. Like, you know how? All right. So here's the thing in samurai culture. I would
mean
honor
Japanese
in seppuku.
I would disembowel myself, but you'd be there as a backup, and you fucking lop my head off, so I'd have to suffer, through the entire disembowelment death. So I'd proven my point. So we do one of those. You know, like I'd stake myself, but you'd be there.
To be honest, most deaths aren't that good anyway. So the one Kyle's describing is probably better than the one that I have coming.
I'd live stream for sure.
See, I want a Blade killed me vampire death. That you go to.
That's why I want you.
As opposed to a slowly burn in the sun, True Blood vampire death.
Oh.
You notice how Kyle didn't pick me to make sure his death goes well?
Yeah, I got
he
better
aim,
me
with Henrietta.
I saw Woody butcher a chicken one time.
Don't pick me.
And he did butcher it.
I keep hacking.
Like it owed him money.
Yeah. It's like, God damn.
Oh, Jesus. So the dead body. What about, I wonder how often it happens with, sorry to be morbid, but women in comas, like the bride
like Kill Bill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I bet it's happened. I bet it's people are always moving around hospitals and like going in and out of rooms. So it doesn't seem like it would happen the way it didn't Kill Bill, where it's just like, oh, there's just a wing where no one walks through for the next hour.
No, you got the night. You got the night
shift
thing on the shift where everybody's in comas, passed out.
I guess I want to believe that isn't happening. Just like I want to believe that morticians aren't finger fucking all the bodies.
Fucking? What do you think? We're in high school?
I tried to be tactful in my approach.
Are you out of your mind?
That's like in base.
Dude, can you imagine the kind of loser that like fingers a dead body? He gets made fun of by all his fucking mortician friends. They're like, wow, look at this, Freddy Stinky Fingers over here. He doesn't ever commit.
You're giving him you're giving no credit for
pussy.
You're giving these morticians no credit for creativity. They probably make the other bodies watch. You know, like they have a whole thing set up. Yeah. I want you all to see what's going to happen to each of you, and you're just like, go to town.
I mean, if there is
costumes.
This is an occupation that I believe would do something like that.